Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna go over today's trades. So the first trade I took was on NAS 100. I saw this come down. It was 10 a.m. I got on the charts around 7:30. I mean 6:30, and 7 o'clock my time is 10 a.m. Eastern. So I saw this, and I got in right over here for a sell. Now, why did I get into a sell? The reason I got into a sell was because at the open, we took this high right here, this previous high, which is the previous day's high, and then we took it again, and then I saw that Asian session low still hadn't been taken out at 10 a.m. yet. So I said, okay, well, maybe I can go in for a short right here. Stop loss was above right there, and then my take profit was a 1 or 2 for Asian lows right there. And yeah, got stopped out. Bada boom, bada bang. And then once I got into my thought process, I was like, okay, so it disrespected bearish order flow. It took out these lows over here. So what is my thought process? My thought process is, okay, it started breaking structure to the upside, and then right at this candle, I saw this. Boom. This is all on stream, by the way, so, I'm not capping or anything. So I got in right here. When it touched that fair value gap, stop loss right there. And as you can see, I literally got stopped out by like a couple of points. Shit like this, like usually price when it's bullish or bearish, it respects the opposite candle's order flow, right? So basically, if it's bullish, it's going to respect these bearish candles. That you can call this an order block or whatever, an impulsive move, the last bearish candle. So when it breaks this low, to me, that's like, okay, that the trade is invalidated because it's most likely to continue to the downside if we're going long and it's breaking lows, right? Same thing with bullish order flow, bearish order flow. If let's say here, what's an example of? Anyways, it doesn't fucking matter. I got stopped out, and yeah, that was pretty much it for NQ for the AM session. I didn't want to touch it anymore because it was just on some bullshit. Like this is all like bullshit right here. And I'll give credit to NQ for being on that bullshit because it's in a weekly fair value gap right here. It's in a weekly gap. Or no, it's a weekly gap right here. You can see this. And here, where is it? It's in this little weekly gap right here. And my thought process was, okay, it has to drop because it came into this weekly gap right here previously. So I was like, okay, at 10 o'clock, silver bullet, it may dump to Asia lows. So that was my thought process on that. And then once I stopped with NQ, I looked over to YM, and I saw this happening, right? So I saw this high get absolutely destroyed. I think it was on the 4-hour. Yeah, this high right here. Boom. Or which? Yeah, it was that high. So it was that high. It got tapped into basically, and it was, since it's silver bullet time, right? My thought process is, okay, if it starts breaking structure like this to the downside, this is a market structure shift. It has a low, created a high, broke that low, market structure shift. This is probably even in confluence with this little breaker block right here. I personally don't use breaker blocks, but obviously I do have them into account. And if the fair value gap lines up with the breaker block, to me that's honestly gold. That's like a unicorn right there. It took the high, breaker block, fair value gap in the middle. It's also at a discount, I'm pretty sure. No, it wasn't, but it's fine. I just took the nearest fair value gap because I knew that this one probably wasn't going to get tapped into. So I widened my stop a little bit above here. Like I said, if price is bearish, it's going to respect this bullish candle. So boom, I got in right here at this gap. And then it started dropping. And then this little consolidation right here, I literally said this on stream, that when price consolidates like this, and on the 5-minute, it had left a gap right here. I was honestly confident that this trade was gonna play out, because if you see this is like a little consolidation range. Consolidation, or you could say accumulation, manipulation right here. This manipulation right here is actually tapping into the 5 minute gap. So I was like, okay, consolidation or accumulation, manipulation, and what we were expecting is distribution. So where's the guy? Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. So yeah, this is also a 5 minute silver bullet right here. If you missed the 1 minute, the one I took, you could have also taken this. This is also a very valid trade right here. It gave us a 1-2, a 1-2. I'm gonna say, yeah, I gave it 1-2 for sure. Me personally, I would not have held this. I would not have the patience for that, because that's almost like a 2 hour trade. But yeah, that's why I like the 1 minute, because it acts fast and it tells you if you're wrong or right very quickly. And obviously in this trade, I basically had zero drawdown right here, almost zero drawdown, and I got to break even once it started doing this, because honestly, once it starts to fill in more of this gap, more and more of it, and it starts flipping bullish, that's kind of like my cue to be like, okay, this trade is kind of over with. But as you can see, this gap, it held, it closed outside of the gap, it closed under it, and it just left a little wick right there. So honestly, that was fine for me to stay in the trade. And then you can see my face on stream when this shit when this thing dropped as well. That was a surprise for me, because it was very, very quickly. So yeah, when you're on the right side of the market with the silver bullet, price will literally smash and pass your take profit. So that's why I think this is the most powerful thing to use in trading, and that's why I'm starting to document my trades. I've been learning this for about 3 months now. I know it hasn't been a super long time, but I've been trading for a very long time in general, so I know how these markets move, and I know how to control my emotions now. Or at least I'm trying to, or at least I'm acting like I know, because honestly, like, we're all just trying to get better up in this bitch, like, nobody's perfect. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Obviously, I am on demo. I am in no way or shape or form making money doing this. Obviously, the goal is to be making money in the next coming months doing this with a funded account. I will be opening a live account, possibly, but mostly my main focus will be funded accounts. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You got some value out of it, and that'll be it. I was down 2% in the beginning, and then I'm up 1% with this 1-3 trade, this US 30 trade that it took. So yeah, that'll be it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.